Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a first impressions featuring a brand new product to my collection. I have never ever tried anything from this brand makeup wise. I've just tried some of their chapsticks, that might give it away, or the title. But this is the Burt's Bees foundation. I was like, where is it? This is the Burt's Bees foundation, the Goodness Glows Liquid Makeup. I'm really excited to try this product because I've never tried anything from Burt's Bees. This is also a complete first impressions video. I have not watched any reviews, I've not seen anything online, so this is totally my own thoughts, so I really hope you guys enjoy the video. Anyways, if you guys want to see my thoughts on this foundation, then just keep on watching. Alright, so let's just jump right into the demo. So I am just the type of person who absolutely needs to prime and use a primer. I just need to use a primer, or I just feel like my foundation is just gonna slide right off my face. So I like to use a primer. I like to use hydrating primers and then sometimes pore minimizing primers. And those are just the ones that I find work best for me. So anyways, I'm just popping one on really quickly. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish. This is the hydrating primer, the blue one. It's my all-time favorite primer right now. I really love it. Alright, so jumping right in, we are, as you guys know already from the intro, testing out this new foundation that I just got today. And I was at Rexall, so this is where I found a very large line of Burt's Bees makeup products. I've seen a lot of Burt's Bees products kicking around on YouTube and Instagram, but I've never myself seen anything except for the lip balms, and then I think like a couple other lip products at Walmart. If you are in my area, Rexall does have a full display of Burt's Bees products, and I was so excited because I've never tried any makeup products from Burt's Bees. So I knew immediately, I was like, I want to review this right away. 6 hours later, here I am. So anyways, I got this foundation. This is called the Goodness Glows Liquid Makeup with the responsibly sourced Meadow Foam. I got the shade Natural Beige, 1025. Reason being is because this one seemed to have the most natural undertones to it, where some of them were super pink, and I'm not about that life. So anyways, I'm going to pop a pump on the back of my hand. I hate it when you get a new foundation, you have to pump so many times. This is what the consistency looks like. It's actually pretty runny. If you can see it, it's starting to run down my hand quite quickly. So it's not too thick, which I like. So I'm just gonna take my beauty blender as I always do. That is just my favorite way to apply foundations. It just works the best for me. And I'm going to start pouncing it on. That's what the color looks like, guys, and it's a pretty good match. I'm not into the smell. Oh my God. Oh. I can't even tell you guys what this even smells like, but I don't like it. I don't like things that are very perfumey. I don't wear perfume on a day-to-day basis. It's not something that I like. Okay. Wow. I'm trying to get over the smell right now, but okay, so that went on pretty good. It's actually quite sheer. I have a little bit of breakouts right now on my skin. So right here, I have a random pimple. I just woke up with it. It was just wonderful. It got rid of some of the redness, but it's definitely still showing through. My freckles are still showing through, my birthmarks. A little bit of redness around the nose is still showing through. So I definitely think this is a lighter coverage foundation. I have not read anything about this foundation. I haven't looked at any reviews, nothing. So this is really a total first impression. So I'm pretty curious to go online afterwards to see what folks are saying about it. So this is no foundation whatsoever. And as you can see, I do have quite a bit of redness in my cheeks, a couple of blemishes. And then this side here is with one pump. So I did one pump across the whole face. As you guys know, beauty blenders do take a lot of product away, unfortunately, but I think that this is a light coverage, maybe medium. We'll see how another layer goes on, but as of right now, it's definitely a light coverage. It looks pretty good on camera. You can see that it evened out my skin tone completely on my cheeks, so I don't have any more redness peering out, but the blemish down here, I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but it's still quite visible. More visible than I would want a blemish to be if I'm wearing makeup. I definitely still have a little bit of darkness around my nose as well, which is something that I struggle with a lot of foundations, to be honest, but just those kinds of observations. So definitely a light coverage. I'm gonna go ahead and do one pump here and then do a pump, but more like sparingly, so just where I need it type of thing. So I'm just gonna do another pump on my hand and just work that into the other side of the face. Yeah, I'm really not digging the smell of this foundation. That's one thing. We'll see how it is once other makeup's on top of it. Maybe I won't smell it as much. Okay, so this is one full layer of foundation on my skin. I actually really do like the way that the foundation is sitting on the skin. It's very comfortable. It's super lightweight. Right now my skin is so dry because the seasons are changing. It's getting really cold out. It's starting to snow where I live. So my skin's very, very dry, and this foundation feels so comfortable, like very comfortable on my skin. You guys know that I do have typically quite oily skin, but it feels pretty comfortable. It is definitely lightweight. I'm gonna test right now to see if it's a little bit more, if it can be buildable. So I'm just taking a little bit more and kind of spot placing some foundation in areas that I just need a little bit more coverage. So for example, on this massive blemish, blending on top, like layer wise, very nicely, so it doesn't make where you're applying more foundation look cakey, but then it also doesn't look very different from the rest of your face, so that's really good. I'm also just gonna add a little bit around the nose. That's just a problem area for me. I get like darkness around my now I just look crazy. I get darkness around my nose. It's definitely hormonal. Sucks, hate it so much, but you know, it is what it is. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit more and just pop it on these blemishes up here. So this is what the foundation's looking like on my skin right now. I'm actually really, really liking it. It's super breathable. It definitely is buildable. Mind you, the pimple is definitely still showing. It's not red or anything. You can just tell that there's something there, obviously, because it's protruding out of my face. But overall, the foundation definitely evened out my skin tone really nicely. It really feels good on the skin. It's very hydrating, which is nice, especially in these months with the weather changing. But there's something about the way that it smells that just doesn't jive with me. I don't know what it is. Once it's on my face though, it's fine. There's nothing worse than when you put a makeup product on and it smells and you don't like the smell, and then it's on your face all day long smelling. But this product, like, it did smell when I was smelling it on my hand. I was like, whoa, that's a little weird. It's very, very strong. But like once it's on the face and sets in, it's fine. Like, it doesn't smell at all. I don't smell it anymore. Maybe I'm used to it, I don't know. But as of right now, no complaints in the smell department. But that was definitely my only con so far. I'm really liking the consistency of the foundation, and the way that it applied was easy peasy. I mean, there was no struggle there, you guys saw. So I'm gonna go ahead, jump off camera and finish the rest of my makeup, and then come back on and talk about a few things like price, shade range, all that good stuff, and then also where you can pick this bad boy up. So I will be right back. All right guys, so I have the rest of my face makeup on. I've had the foundation on for about 30 minutes now under pretty intense lights, and it hasn't budged. I actually really, really like the way that it's sitting on the face. I did set it, don't get me wrong. I did set, especially underneath my eye. I always do, I find that my eyes crease a lot with concealer, so I always set under my eyes, and then in my T-zone specifically. And then I also set right here because I have a blemish, so I really want to make sure that that foundation does not budge on me. So that being said, okay. So I did set a little bit, but nothing too crazy, and I didn't use anything that had too high of a coverage. So what I used was a banana powder from Smashbox under the eyes, and then a translucent setting powder from NYX for the rest of my face. So nothing too crazy. And then I went in with my contour blush and highlight, everything powder, and it went on really, really beautifully. Everything blended nicely into the foundation and into each other, which was such a relief. It's always so nice when that happens. But I really like the way that everything sat on top of the face. I would say that the foundation with one layer is light coverage, but if you add another layer, it does give you a nice kind of medium but still breathable makeup look, which I really like. I do like my foundations to look a little bit more on the natural side than full coverage most of the time. Kind of depends on where I'm going. But for everyday purposes, I definitely think that this is a great foundation to have in your collection. For me, this is seriously the perfect color for me. It matches beautifully. It really does. This was again the shade 1025 Natural Beige. It has a very nice natural undertone to it, so not too pink and also not too olive either, because I find sometimes if I go too olive, it also doesn't match and they can be a little bit dark on me. So I have to find a good middle ground, but the natural undertone was really, really great for me in this circumstance. So I know for a fact that at Rexall, I got mine for $21.99. And here I am going on the Ulta website, and it's $16.99 US. So $16.99 US and about $21.99 Canadian. I actually think that's cheaper than the conversion rate, but I know that I found mine for, it was $21.99. And just so you guys know, yeah, $22.25 on Ulta for Canadian prices. I also wanted to quickly mention the packaging. I really like the packaging. It's a glass bottle and it comes with a pump. That is something that I think is just absolutely crucial in foundations nowadays, to come with a pump. Like, I don't get it when foundations don't come with a pump. I just don't get it. But nonetheless, the foundation packaging is definitely 2 thumbs up for me. All it takes really is a glass bottle, pump, and then you're a win-win in my books, honestly. And I like the actual lid really does close, and you can feel that it closes, because sometimes they break so easily and then it gets really mucked up. Definitely no complaints on the packaging department. I mean, it's not really hard to please me in that front. The only con that I can find to this foundation is the fact that there's only 12 shades to the foundation in the line. There's only 12. I think 12 shades is just not cutting it. I'm hoping this is a circumstance where the brand is going to be adding a lot of shades. I don't know that for sure. I have not looked into it and I have not seen anything on their website that says that they will be, but I do hope that that's the case. And if you guys know, let me know down below, because I really think that 12 shades is just, there's just no way. That's just not enough. I think that anything above 30 is really, really a good shade range. Even 40 is definitely good. Below that mark, I think that there's a lot of room for improvement, but nonetheless, that is just the only con that I can find to this foundation, is that there's only 12 shades. If you are similar to my skin tone, I am about in NC 25, NC 30 at MAC Cosmetics. Maybelline Fit Me, I'm a 220. This is definitely your shade because it matched me perfectly, which is very, very lucky considering there's only 12 shades. So this again was 1025 Natural Beige. This was a first impression, so I will of course leave you guys some notes in the description box, so be sure to check that out, because I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an update on how it wears for the rest of the evening. It's pretty late right now, it's 7:30 I think, so I'll wear it until about 11, maybe 10:30, and I'll let you guys know how that wears, but I'll also be wearing it for a few days in a row to really, really give it a chance and give you guys a thorough review in the description box. And of course, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I definitely am loving the foundation so far, so I'm really excited to see how I continue to wear it and how it evolves. I definitely think that this is a great foundation for the winter months because it is so incredibly hydrating. But nonetheless, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Of course, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.